Welcome back to Cruise1st TV. How are you? Well, I hope. Are you ready for another whirlwind of a show then? Offering the most crazy cruise prices you've ever seen? Good. We'll get your booking and dialing fingers ready because I have 4 corking offers next year, sailing no fly with MSC on Virtuosa, and you can book them today with deposits of just £100 each to lock in the deal and get the date in the diary. We love Virtuosa here in the UK, and we've got a full season again next year of fabulous low-cost, high-glamour cruises. We've also got a late deal for January on MSC Preziosa at less than £400 each for a week's cruise. I know. Of course I'm going to save that to the end. Of course I'm going to tease you all the way through the show with it. And we're going to be cruising France, Spain, Portugal and all around the Med in this show. So let's get going with our first then, a wonderfully dreamy 7-night cruise on Virtuosa on the 14th of June, heading up to the fjords of Norway. Here she is. Well, listen. Who needs an introduction to MSC Virtuosa? Do you know what? I speak to so many people now who talk to me about Virtuosa because she has been with us for year after year after year. And she's here for the whole of next year as well, which is going to be absolutely brilliant for the main season. And people are always surprised, let me tell you, for the price tags you see on screen. When they get on board Virtuosa, they think to themselves, okay, well, I've only paid this, so it's going to be a budget cruise. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be a ship that's maybe, it's been rocking around for a few years and whatever. And Virtuosa is none of those things. She's a new ship. She's only been around for a few years. She is very smart, very glamorous. Every space is beautiful and very modern as well. There is so much to enjoy. Its vastness is its charm, actually, because that means it gives you a massive choice of things to be able to do. If you are taking the kids with you, brilliant. You'll have great family times. There are areas dedicated for the kids. They've got their own kids club there. There's like a sports arena. There's an arcade that does, you know, various different, you know, virtual reality and other such things, which is brilliant. If you are a foodie, you are going to love it. If you only ever eat in the main restaurants and the buffet, you know what? You will absolutely love it. Great menus in the main restaurants, amazing service, menus that change all the time, plenty of food, and you have it the way you want it. Order off menu as well, like, you know, all the things you can do with regular cruises. But this is very smart indeed, because when you see those lovely Swarovski staircases and you realize just how glamorous they are, and you realize when you get to the top of that Swarovski staircase there's this massive champagne bar that you can enjoy. Then you walk into the TV studio and you see this just wonderful venue where you can get on stage and you can do karaoke. Some of the most tech-rich karaoke as well, by the way. They can change your pitch. They can change the pitch of the song, which I absolutely loved. It was brilliant. Loads of specialty dining in there as well for you. So if you want to go for one of the best steak houses I've ever experienced, then you can in Butcher's Cut, which is wonderful. And there's lots of other specialty dining restaurants. You'll love the parties on board because they are many and plenty. And of course, you don't need to join in those if you don't want to. You find lots and lots of quiet, more peaceful spaces, but they do like a party on board. But this is going to be a great first-timers cruise, I think, actually, because we're going up to the Norwegian fjords. So if you love scenery, you are going to love the itinerary because it is purely beautiful. And I love the fact that actually we're setting off, obviously, in and out of Southampton. Our first days at sea, get to know the ship, and then we nip into the Shetland Islands for a day in Lerwick. And the Shetlands are just so beautiful. If you've never seen this part of the world before, go in, have a little wander around. It's a very nice place. And of course, we're in the middle of the year. Then we're up into Fjordland in Norway, into Alesund, and these are just the most beautiful, charming little sort of chocolate box places. Hellesilt as well. Just go and enjoy the wonderful waterfalls, and the journey between these places actually is as much as being in the ports themselves. They're wonderful. You can take lots of excursions from these little ports like Haugesund, you know, to go and see Viking history in Norway and so much more. Then you've got a day at sea, and then we are back into Southampton. Now, if you like the look of the cruise, I'll give you the price for the 14th of June, but there are other dates for this very cruise in May and in August as well. And whichever one you choose, your deposit today is just £100 each, which I think is really good, because that means you can put it into the diary. You know, you could do your deposit as your Christmas present, couldn't you, to your other half or to each other or whatever. So £100 each deposit to book this today, and the price for the 7-night cruise is just bonkers. So that's the price for the 14th of June, $599. I mean, that's so good, isn't it, for a 7-night full board cruise? That's, you know, that's your pools, that's fantastic facilities on board, that's full board, it's your fabulous food as well, and so much more included at $599. Plus, of course, your tips are all in there as well at $599. As I say, there are other dates in May and in August, and price varies by date. So if you want to check out the other ones, all you need to do is call our team 0800 953 4700. What I will say to you is, no matter how many MSC offers you see on our TV channel, as soon as we feature one, the bookings go crazy. So if you're interested in this, £100 each deposit today. Absolutely jump on the phone lines or jump on the website with MSC 559 and get it booked as soon as you can, because they do sell out really, really quickly. Here's the upgrades on board. If you want to go up to Ocean View or up to balcony, or indeed up to suite, and we've got reduced drinks package price on this one as well. So if you want to go up to your premium extra drinks package, £29 per person per night is one of the best investments you will make if you like, you know, even if you like 2 or 3 drinks an evening, you know, like that is worth it straight away. And it includes so much, you know, spirits and cocktails. There are even champagnes that fit into the drinks package as well, which is amazing. It really is. So if you want to do that, then just do it while you book it as well, because it will be much better value than actually booking on board. 0800 953 4700. Right, okay, let's turn the page to offer number 2 then on Virtuosa, and it's France, Spain and Portugal, and this is for the 7th of June, but the same cruise also runs on the 28th of June as well. Here she is, gorgeous Virtuosa. What you'll love as well, by the way, is when you're on a sea day, there is so much for you to do. I mean, June should be fairly good weather. It'll be even better when we get closer to France, Spain and Portugal, of course, out of Southampton. But there's loads of things that happen up there on the pool deck. It's you know, it's a lively day up there, actually. Lots of people, you know, enjoying the grill up there, enjoying the fabulous entertainment, the live music, the things that you can get involved in. You know, sometimes it's a bit of a salsa lesson, sometimes it's a trivia quiz with real prizes, which is great. Also has the Starship bar that you see there with Rob, the robotic robot, which is always good fun. They're great things to just sort of stand and watch, actually, watching people ordering their drinks from there. There's loads to do with an evening, of course. You've got massive choices of entertainment shows that you can book up and enjoy. Then you've got other lounges and bars which will have things going on as well. You know, karaoke and quizzes and other things going on. Here's where we're going then, straight over to France, into Brest in northern France, which is, again, lovely. Brilliant botanical gardens there as well. On to Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, which is very, very nice. A lot of people choose to take the little train down the coast to Cascais here, which is like a Saint-Tropez kind of resort, which is just really nice and chilled out. Then we move on to Vigo in Spain, into the northwest of Spain. Green Spain, this area, very nice indeed. Lots of excursions in all of these ports as well. I'm rattling through them, but there are lots of, you know, historic sites to see along the way. Like in Cherbourg, you can go and see the Bayeux Tapestry. And then we cruise back into Southampton, which is lovely. So it's a nice cheeky week of cruise. I'll give you a price for the 7th of June, but the cruise also runs on the 28th of June as well. But same deal in terms of the deposit on this one, just £100 each to book today, which is very, very good. Again, it means that, you know, you can have a holiday sorted today, and it's not, you know, it's not eating into your budget for shopping or whatever you're doing right now, which is great. Price tag for the cruise in June, because remember how expensive things get at this time of the year. Well, again, I've got another 7-night cruise for you in and out of Southampton to France, Spain and Portugal for less than £600 each, and deposit today of just £100 each to get it booked. So MSC 560, or quickest thing to do, it's much easier, pick up the phone and speak to our team, 0800 953 4700. You can ask them any questions along the way, and let's look at upgrades for this one. So 599 inside, and then you've got your ocean view balcony and your suite prices there. And again, reduced drinks package on this one as well, just £29 per person per night if you want to add a drinks package to this, which is really good. And it's a comprehensive drinks package as well, which I love. Gratuities are included in that price as well, so there's, you know, there's no kind of like hidden extras that I'm not talking to you about there. It's a great value deal, and when you get on board the ship, as you will be, wow, you know what, I could have paid a lot more with other cruise lines to do the same itinerary, the same number of nights, and I've got this wonderful, sparkling new ship with so much going on. Check out the shopping on board as well, by the way. Oh my word, you will definitely thank me for that. Because remember, you're cruising in and out of the UK, so you don't have that thing of, oh, well, like, you know, I can't do any shopping because my case will be overweight and all the rest of it. It's not a problem when you're going to and from Southampton. Also, if you've never been on a cruise before and you're thinking, you know, what do I pack? Take 2 cases instead of 1, because, you know, we're not putting them on the scales and saying, oh, well, you know, you've got 2, so that'll be an extra 50 quid just for that extra case. None of that business whatsoever, because you're sailing in and out of Southampton. Let's do another one then. Offer number 3 is 2 weeks around the Magical Med. Again, no flight in and out of Southampton. 13th of September for this one, but the cruise also goes on the 12th and the 16th of July. Back on Virtuosa we go. We're on Virtuosa virtually all the way through this show until the last offer. And I tell you what I was really pleasantly surprised about when I got on board Virtuosa, because I've cruised it myself as well, as you know, is just how much there is to do. How many different places there are to be, and also, I mean, there's quite a few things. Remember, when we show you these videos, it shows you kind of the highlights of the ship, the main areas, the main restaurants, etc. What it doesn't show you is the impromptu things that happen all the way through the cruise, like it'll be on your daily program and you can look at it through the app and whatever, but there'll be things like silent discos that just pop up all of a sudden. And then there'll be a party going on. Of course, you know, they have the white night parties, which are really good fun. And, you know, if it's a sunshine cruise, then that'll be happening up on the pool deck. You know, if not so great weather, it'll happen in that Galleria, which is massive. And it's a really good atmosphere on board. You'll absolutely love it. It's just a really nice getaway. You know, sometimes when you're on holiday, just, you know, if you go on holiday in the UK, you're doing the same things as you normally do, but just in another town or a city, aren't you? When you're cruising abroad, when you're on the cruise ship, it's like being away like no other holiday is anyway, because you're just completely and utterly, you're just bowled over by just how many things there are to do, get involved in. You know, it might just be sitting around in the sun and whatever, that's fine. You know, nobody is saying, okay, well, you've got to do this now, you've got to do that now. There's no clock watching or whatever. It's fantastic. And that really does make for a great holiday, because everyone's got a smile on their face, everyone's having a good time, lots of different places to be across the ship as well. So let's see, we're going around the Med this time. Day at sea first into La Coruña in northwest Spain. Santiago de Compostela, of course, is one of the big draws here. Then we cruise on to Cadiz, which is the port for Seville. Seville's a lovely city, actually. Might just, just go into the city and just sit at a wine bar and just watch the world go by. It's just a lovely place to be. And then we're in Malaga. Malaga's beautiful. Some wonderful shopping in Malaga as well, actually. Or you can head up the coast or up inland into Granada, of course. Alicante, it's really lovely just going, to lots and lots of different places in Spain. Maybe you holiday in Spain quite regularly. You generally go to the same places. It's nice to see a little bit of everything. Out into the Balearics next, into Palma de Mallorca. That's a lovely day for shopping and sightseeing as well, before we then cruise on to Barcelona, right in the middle of your itinerary. It's great to have a day in Barcelona. It's just such a lively city with so many options. Then we cruise on to Valencia. Valencia is very historic, actually. Lots of wonderful sights to see. Home of the Ladro horses and the factory there as well, which you can go and tour. And then you cruise on to Lisbon in Portugal, the capital city, of course. You've got lots of highlights and hotspots in Lisbon. And then we have your day at sea, 2 days at sea, in fact. And then we cruise back into Southampton. It's really lovely, actually, to have a good few sea days and a couple of sea days at the end of the cruise, just to enjoy the ship, just to remember that you're on holiday. And fingers crossed, it should be good weather, shouldn't it? Mid-September out in Spain and Portugal. Really, really nice. I can't guarantee in Southampton, but, I don't know. But I'm going to give you a price, as I say, for the 14th of September. But the cruise also runs on the 12th and the 26th of July. £100 each as your deposit today. And this is what MSC do so well. 14 nights of cruising, full board, tips included, $999. And you can book it today for £100 each. And again, I'm going to say it again on all of these offers, as soon as we feature one on TV, the bookings go crazy. So be quick. I mean, why wouldn't the bookings go crazy? Look at this price, with your tips included, for a September 2-week cruise. There you go. Talk to the team on this one if you want to make it all inclusive as well. We'll give you the price tag for the drinks package. Here's the prices for the upgrades for this date, 13th of September. So there's your ocean view and your balcony and your suite prices there. They are amazing. Of course, the price jumps up when you go to a suite because you're getting a heck of a lot more for it as well. And talk to the team about going up to the yacht club as well, which is like a ship within a ship. It's like your first class, not just a lounge. It's not just about having a better stateroom and suite. It's about having your own this, that, and everything. Your own pool deck, your own restaurant. It's phenomenal. It really is. So talk to the team about that. And don't forget, Virtuosa is doing no-fly cruises all the way from, I think it's April through to October next year. So even though I'm cramming in lots of offers into this show, there are so many more across the season, all bookable with us. You can book them with low deposits right now, get amazing prices, and you know how closely we work with MSC. It's so good. So anything you want to know, just talk to the team on 0800 953 4700. Right, let's do another 7-night cruise now at an absolutely crazy price. And this is French and Spanish Delights on the 5th of July. Now, I reiterate the date on this one, the 5th of July, because July is when things really start to ramp up in price. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. The cruise also runs in May, July and September. Of course, I'll give you a price for this date here. Back on Virtuosa we go for the 4th time. And you will love the quality of the entertainment as well. I mean, there are big production shows that you can book tickets for and go and enjoy. And there's lots of other entertainment that goes on as well. Plus, you've got things like the TV studio, which has sometimes it's live music in there, sometimes it's a game show, sometimes it's karaoke. They do karaoke an awful lot actually on Virtuosa, and you will love it. You love the fact as well that if you're in one of the specialty dining restaurants like Butcher's Cut or Teppanyaki, that you can actually sit outside of those as well, and you can actually get a really nice view of what's going on down in the Galleria. It's fantastic. There's a lovely atmosphere that just kind of pervades through the whole ship. I also loved, I think it was the Sky Lounge, isn't it? Way up high with views across the ship. that you can just enjoy. Yeah, Sky Lounge. I really loved going up there and just kind of escaping, and it felt really nice and exclusive. So let's see where we're going on this one then. First to La Rochelle in France. Got a fabulous aquarium there as well, really immersive aquarium there, which is very nice indeed. France is wonderful to go and see. Then into Bilbao in Spain. I'd love to go to the Guggenheim Museum because it's all about modern art there, isn't it? I mean, you can see from the building how modern it is. La Coruña in Spain. We've been there a couple of times in this show. It's a beautiful part of Spain, actually. Check out the Tower of Hercules there, and hopefully some lovely blue skies. Back into France, into Cherbourg. Love shopping for wine and you know other fantastic things that you can only get in France before we then sail back into Southampton. So as I say, you've got many different dates on this one. You can cruise in May, July and September, but I'm going to give you a price for the 5th of July and tell you right now that your deposits are just £100 each on this one. Now, you know what it's like trying to book up a holiday in July. You know that if you left it too late this year to try and sort out a July holiday, there was virtually no choice. You know, I'm talking in general holidays, and the prices were like through the roof. Well, check this out. For a 7-night cruise in July with your tips included, so full board, $699. There you go. £100 each deposit today means that you've sorted your July week away on a lovely cruise with tips included to great places as well. Here's the upgrade prices for this sailing then, and don't forget, of course, if you want to make it all inclusive, we've got a reduced price for the premium extra drinks package there, which is £32 per person per night, which is amazing. That's about half price, I think, Mr. P, isn't it? Yeah, which is very nice. Thank you very much. We'll have a bit of that. It is very nice indeed. Oh, did we? Ah, okay. Mr. P's just reminding me that when we went on our cruise, myself and Mr. P and Richard and Joe and Polly, it was, what was it? £65 per person per night for the premium drinks package. And there, you've got it for £32 per person per night. There you go, very, very nice indeed. As I say, if you want the prices for the other dates in May, July and September, just talk to the team on 0800 953 4700 and they will give you all the details that you need, my lovely friends. And remember, there are so many more itineraries. I mean, literally, I could be here for 2 hours non-stop right now taking you through them. Let's do a different ship and a different itinerary right now. We'll do a Gems of Northern Europe itinerary, this time on MSC Preziosa, who is with us over the winter, while Virtuosa goes over to the Caribbean for some winter sunshine. We're joining Preziosa on the 24th of January here in Southampton. There are other dates for this cruise as well in December, right the way through to April. So Preziosa, a little bit different to Virtuosa that we've seen there. She is fantastic. She's Fantasia class for MSC. Has an amazing big central atrium, which is wonderful. Gorgeous main dining restaurants, the Golden Lobster and La Bresque. Here are some of the restaurants. We're going to see them right now. There's the Golden Lobster. That's lovely for a main dining room, isn't it? Very calming, very sophisticated, great service, fabulous ever-changing menus in these restaurants as well. There's the Galaxy Lounge. I love these lounges that just have this wonderful view out to sea. You've got your buffet. And your buffets on board MSC as well have such massive choices because you know that MSC are an Italian heritage cruise line. I mean, that's where they come from. It's an Italian family business. So actually they are very continental in terms of their offerings as well. So they have something for absolutely everyone. Obviously Virtuosa is a little more tailored to the UK because she's with us all of the time. But in general, you've got that wonderful Mediterranean feel to their ships. Very glamorous, very colourful, lots to do. Feels like very smart spaces. You can go bowling on this ship, for heaven's sake, which is great. And those 4D simulators are really, really clever. It's well worth booking up a little ride on that. They are very, very clever indeed. Lovely spa on board as well. Very nice indeed. So, 7 nights out of Southampton. First day at sea, we're into Hamburg in Germany. Nice time of year to be over in Germany as well. Some wonderful shopping in this city and some lovely sights. Then we're into Rotterdam in Holland, in the Netherlands, of course. You can go out to the windmills in Kinderdijk. There you go. I always feel when it has a J in it, it's confusing, isn't it? Then we go into Belgium, into Zeebrugge. That's the port for Bruges, of course, which is lovely to go and tour into. Very nice. And then we cruise into Le Havre in France. And if you want to, you can tour up to Paris from there. But there's lots more attractions close to Le Havre as well. And then we cruise back into Southampton. So a nice little cruise there, taking in Germany, Holland, Belgium, and France, which is a nice little itinerary. And this is, yes, I remember now. I remember teasing this offer at the top of the show. So you know what, I'm just going to get that price straight out there for you, because this goes a few weeks really, isn't it? Hello? Hello? Hi. Look, that's a 7-night cruise there with tips. I know. Goes in the on the 24th of January. Do you fancy it? It's not going to be around for long, this one. It'll disappear very, very quickly. You can also put a lower deposit down on this if you want to as well, but yeah, I'd be straight in there. I'd be going, right, there you go, card number. 3 digits on the back. Yeah, sorted, done, booked. 349 for a week's full board cruising on MSC Preziosa. Yeah, you've got to get this one booked, haven't you, as quickly as you possibly can. Don't waste any time whatsoever. 349 per person. Are you on the phone yet? You should be. That's the number. It's free as well to call us. 0800 953 4700. Remember, we do have long opening hours as well, 7 days a week. There's a chance that when you're watching this right now, there'll be somebody waiting to take your call. And it's much easier to just pick up the phone and talk to us, really, isn't it? Hang on a second. If that on inside, 349, what about our upgrades? Let's go check them. Right, so £69 more to go ocean view, so that takes us just over 400, doesn't it? Balcony 119, so that would be about 4.6 something, wouldn't it? For your balcony. Hello. That's still good, isn't it, for a 7-night cruise? And yeah, I know, we're talking January. It might not be the best weather in the world, but yeah. If I can get a balcony under 500 quid for a week's cruise, very nice. Tips included, remember, full board. If you want to add a drinks package, talk to the team, they'll give you the price for that. Look at the solo price on that one as well, actually. You might just fancy a getaway at that time of the year. Very, very nice indeed. If you're cruising solo, you know, it is a little bit more to cruise solo, of course. That's the way travel is. But actually, that could still be much better value than even trying to book a holiday cottage somewhere for a week at that time of the year. Here in the UK, if you think of all the things that you won't be paying out for because they're included in the cruise fare, it makes great sense, doesn't it? All of those offers make great sense, to be quite frank. So MSC Preziosa is with us over the winter months because there are more dates on this cruise as well. Obviously, the price will vary by date. So you can go in December on this cruise right the way through to April. So call the team and they'll give you the prices and the other dates for that. But if you can make the 24th of January, I mean, it's not that far away really, is it? It's really close, isn't it? But if you've not been on a cruise for a while and you just fancy one, 7 nights cruising, 349. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? That's what MSC do. They are the largest independently owned cruise line in the world, and they are amazing. And they price deliberately to get our attention, to get you on board for your first MSC cruise. And once you get on board and you realise this isn't a ship that's been out at sea for 40 years, this is really, really smart, wonderful accommodation, great choice of restaurants, lots included, and quite frankly, a silly price. That's kind of half the price it should be, right? 349 for a whole week of cruising. That's what MSC do. That's why you need to check out all their other deals on our website as well, Cruise1st.tv, because that's it. My half an hour here has come to an end, but you know what? In about 2 minutes' time, I bet I'll pop up again with even more great ideas. I'll see you there.